we're doing something today. It's been a while since video, so we're gonna do what are called fish cakes. And so we're gonna get those prepped. What I got right here is some boiling water, and we're just gonna place about a pound of fish in there, and we're gonna boil it for 5 minutes. And we actually don't need to keep it boiling. We're just gonna put the cover on it, and we're gonna let it sit for 5 minutes. And meanwhile, while that's going, we're gonna prep some good stuff. This will be the bulk of the cake. So here I have 1.5 cups of rice that has been cooked and then cooled, and I have some onions, and I have this is actually just one about medium-sized onion that is been chopped. So we're gonna put that in there with the rice. And you don't need a lot, just enough for flavor. So 1 onion is fine. I'm making a pretty big batch. We're gonna put some olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. And we're gonna put 2 eggs. These eggs are at room temp. So get those in there. Whoops, out of shell. And then we're just gonna smash the eggs up, mix those in with the onions and the rice. This gives us a binding agent so that it gets sticky. And we're gonna put the fish in here with all that. But we gotta have some seasoning, so we're gonna put about a teaspoon of pepper, and we're gonna put about a few shakes of the garlic salt in there. Always gotta have the garlic salt. We'll mix that. That way the flavor is kinda gonna be melded all around. Now, just keep filming, Addie, and I'm going to grab, ooh, good catch. I'm gonna grab some mayo. We're gonna put a little bit of mayo in there, and of course, we have to put in the obligatory cheese. So we're gonna mix in, I don't know, I got a couple packages of cheese that were open already. Just like a 4 cheese blend, like you do for tacos or whatever. So I'm gonna put some cheese in there. It probably came out to about 8 ounces, 6 to 8 ounces. Just enough to make them cheesy. All right, now, while I got the fish going, I'm gonna just turn that off. I'm gonna get some oil going so we can cook these. So we're gonna put it on about just medium high, not too hot. And it's just gonna be a lot easier if I take my Fry Daddy, where I already have some seasoned oil, and I'm gonna pour that in there. I'll get enough in there that'll cover the cake. That's probably plenty. And we'll get that warming so that when we're making these cakes and we get these cakes ready to go, we can just throw them straight in the fryer. So we're gonna get about 1/2 cup of meal in this mixture. So that's about 2 of these nice sized spoonfuls. We'll mix that in. Get that with my rice and my cheese and my oil and my eggs. then of course you need something that's gonna crisp up in this. And for that, I've got a mix of crackers. And so we've got cheese crackers, haha, and we got just regular Ritz. So you don't need to get expensive cheese crackers for this. They don't even have to be fancy. All you want is for a little bit of flavor. And so all we're gonna do is we're gonna crunch them up. We're gonna crunch them up. And I'm gonna put.
You crunching the crackers up?
Yeah, I'm crunching the crackers up. Can you believe it? We love to have crunch crackers.
Crunchy crackers!
Yes, and these are cheesy. Everyone meet Kitty.
I love crunchy crackers.
Yeah, we're filming, just to let you know.
Are you making the cake?
We're making fish cakes, yeah. So,
Fish!
yep. All right, so we got about about half a cup of the cheesy crackers. And then we're gonna put one whole row of the Ritzes in there. And the fish, the timer went off for the fish, so we're just gonna get the fish out of there. And we're gonna get them out of the hot water, and we're gonna hit them with some cold water immediately. Because if we over here, Abby. So we want to get this fish cooled down so it doesn't cook anymore. We want it cooled down, so we're gonna get cold water on it. And my water right now is super cold, but because it's spring. But a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll just have an ice bath, and you can dunk it in an ice bath. But this water is really cold. It's probably about 36, 37 degrees, so it's pretty cold. So it's just enough to cool the fish down. So then it's cooked. We'll let it drain for a second, and then we can peel off as much fish as we want in the cakes. I like to put a lot of fish in there, so like I said, about a pound or so. I'll get the rest of these crushed crackers in here, and then we can start mixing the fish in. I didn't put in there, I didn't put in some regular salt. We're gonna just add in about a teaspoon and a half salt. Alright. What you want to be able to do is have just enough crackers in there so that you get some crunch to your cake and when it's fried, and then that looks pretty good. If you want to take a look at the mixture, Addie, show them the mixture. Looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna add some fish to it. I filleted these myself, so I'm fully aware of what I got. Normally I'm really good at getting the pin bones out, but you know, if you're adding fish to anything, just make sure you're not adding a bunch of bones. People generally don't like that. You'll note that these have skins on them. That's pretty typical for me. I like to leave the skin on there. The skin crunches up real nice when you fry it, and that's why I like to leave the skin on when I fillet fish. I just scale them. So, and if you get some bigger chunks of like the skin that you don't want to have in there, you can just peel the meat away from it, see? And that's fine. Alright, just about got it all. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this in by hand. That's why I took the spoon out of there. That way I can get a good feel for the cake. I'm just gonna save a couple pieces of fish on the side. I saved just a little bit so that I can dip it in butter. Alright, so then we just mix the fish in with our mixture. Now, the beautiful thing about these, if you make a big batch of these cakes, what I do is if I make a big batch like this, I can take like a quart bag and make a couple extra cakes and put them in the freezer. And then if you need a quick meal, you can pull a package of those out and when they're frozen and just fry them up. Now, if your batter's not frozen, they cook rather quickly. All right, so what we're gonna do here is, now that it's mixed up real nice, we're gonna make just a nice patty. Trying to get it so that I got the fish inside. Just put that in the oil, and we're gonna do about a minute on each side for filming. So we're gonna do about a minute and a half each side, just so it browns. And then you take them out of the oil, and you can eat them however you want. You can put a little sauce on them. You can just eat them as is. You can flatten them out a little bit more and put them on a bun. Whatever it is that you like. So these ones, I'm just gonna make big so that the people who just want to eat them without a bun or like not a sandwich can do that. And I'm just gonna watch my clock here and see how quick these fry up. Keep an eye on those. Yep. We'll just have a pan with some paper towel in it, waiting. So it's been just about a minute for the first one, and I just gotta remember which order they went in. See how they got a nice brown, crispy part to them. That's what you want. So we'll do a minute or two on the other side, and then those will be ready. Now, one great way to eat these is just with tartar sauce, but you can make like a cheese aioli. So you take mayo and then put a little garlic in it, and then just add some crumbled cheese. My wife likes blue cheese, but you can put feta or even some cheddar or something, some sort of crumbled cheese in, and then you can put that on top, and that's really good with it. So we'll give this another minute here. So Addie, show them how that's looking. Now my favorite fish to use in this, I use walleye because I had walleye on hand, but I really like this with bass. Bass is really big, it flakes really big, and you get these nice big chunks, and I really like that. Now some people will, they'll do this with salmon or something a little drier like that. Trout is fine, but I've had really good luck with the whiter, flakier fish, and that's kind of what I prefer. So then it's akin to like a crab cake, so it's really good. So we'll pull this first one out so everybody can see what that looks like. There we go. See that? Nice and brown, and see it's sizzling yet. And when you take these out, they'll warm up. They'll stay warm for a little bit, and the inside will be nice and melty and cheesy. And we'll just show you the middle of one of these. Okay. Ooh, nice and hot in there, steaming hot, and you can just eat that like that. All right, so I'll try to get another one going soon, and we'll see you on the next one.